Hi, this is Pearl and welcome to my channel. Today I have week 19 of my 2020 Project Life album here for you. I am using the Ali Edwards Stories by the Month kit for the month of May 2020. So I'm putting my pictures in semi-chronological or chronological order, I should say, and I like to keep them in semi-chronological order when I'm going through my album. I set aside the pictures from Mother's Day, so I'm going to do a little insert for that. But I'm getting my pictures in order, and then I always use the left. I'm making a notation of which kit I'm using for my notes. I always use the very left 3x4 as my title card, and that's where I document which week it is. And you'll see I'm going to move things around. Now I always do 1 week using the Ali Edwards Stories by the Month kit. So I'm going through the ephemera that came with this kit because I try to use as much as I can because I usually only get 1 week out of her kit. And that's just because I just try to use it all, and then I have other kits that I want to go through as well. I'm opening my black StazOn ink. I re-inked it last week, so it should quote unquote be ready to go. I'm using my Felicity Jane date stamp, and I'm trying to decide how I want to title this card. I'm going to be looking for some alphas, and then I realize I don't have enough letters, so I go through the stamps. I'm also going to be using the Studio Calico print and cut labels for the month of May. I'll go ahead and link that down below if you're interested. It matches perfectly with the May Project Life or Documenter kit. So on this little label, I just wrote Night Swimming for the Win. And I'm going to date stamp that, use a tiny attacher, and staple that to give it a little extra dimension. And then I'm going to use the Studio Calico stamp that came with the Documenter kit for this month. And I'm going to stamp using StazOn ink. I wipe it with a white eraser to get debris off so it gets a clearer stamp. And I just stamped it's the little things. Then I'm cleaning the stamp off with a stamp chamois and putting the stamp away because I'm notorious for losing little bits of the stamp if I don't put it away right away. Now this next picture is of my son doing a one-on-one with his teacher via Zoom. And the teachers did at least one Zoom call one-on-one with each of the students. So I did appreciate that. They went over any questions that the students may have had, as well as finding out how they're doing socially and emotionally as well. Now I'm using my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to attach this felt. We got this onto the top of the photo there. And my fine line tube there is getting really hard to use, and it may be that the glue in there is too old, so I'm going to have to put on my to-do list to get another one of those fine line tubes and adhere glue on there. I'm attaching this label using my favorite roller adhesive, which is the Kokuyo. It's a Japanese brand that I get off of Amazon, and I wrote continue distance learning, and I staple that as well. Now for the title card, I'm using the May Memories. I'm using a Felicity Jane Alpha here, and all I'm going to put is 19. Now this next picture is of my son with the headbands on from the game, and I date stamped that using the Felicity Jane date stamp as well as the StazOn ink. And on the journal card that says thankful for today, I wrote, one night before bed, the kids and I got on my bed to play a game of headbands. I think Kaya has memorized the cards because she was killing it. And on the bottom of that journaling card, it says for all the bits and pieces. And I love that Kaya wins. She's only 5 and she loves beating her brothers. So that was a fun night. We were cracking up because sometimes she would even say the name or that was on the headbands before we even finished with the clues. So this card that says be messy and complicated and show up anyways, I love that quote, and that's by Glennon Doyle Melton. I don't know if you guys have read her books, but they're so inspiring. Now this next photo is a picture of all of the products and tools I use for my morning skincare routine. I did do a video on this up on my beauty channel. I will link my YouTube channel down in the description box below if you're interested in viewing that channel. I do put up videos at least 3 to 4 times a week up on that channel as well. So if you're interested in beauty and makeup, please go check it out. I'd really appreciate it. So I'm using the Felicity Jane alphas, and I will link this alpha set down below if it's still available as well. And I'm putting AM routine on there. I have been interested in skincare since I was very young, and part of that is I'm Korean, and my mom, was really anal about skincare. I mean, before she died, she had the skin of probably a 45-year-old. Her skin was much better than mine, and I'm 48. So anyway, if you're interested in that, please go check it out. This next picture is of my son doing his one-on-one with his instructor or teacher, and I just put the wood veneer that says "Hello May," and I date stamped that. Now going on to the right side of the photo, this is a picture of our backyard. Our neighbors and the boys, my boys, have been social distancing together since the beginning of the quarantine, and I'm date stamping that, and then I'm gonna put the felt that says together, and I'm adhering that down using the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive as well. And on the journaling card that says thankful for friends, I wrote, the neighborhood boys have been social distancing together. One night they wanted to camp in the backyard. They stayed up till 1 and woke up at 5:30. And thankfully, all the neighbor boys were in our backyard, so nobody complained. Because I could hear them from my bedroom, and they were not quiet. I'm not sure what they were doing in there, but they were having a blast. And we had snacks for them in the um, pool area, so they got to have snacks, and they played in the playroom, and yeah, I think they even watched a movie and stuff. So I'm glad they have each other for that, because I know I miss my friends a lot, and at least they get to socialize with people other than their family. Now this next picture is of me holding hands with one of my kids, and I use the stamp that says the hard part. This is from the Allie Edwards Stories by the Month kit. I'm going to use an eraser to take the debris off of it, and then I'm going to use a StazOn ink to stamp that to the bottom right hand corner of the photo. And I'm going to put a label on there, adhering that with my Kokio adhesive, and I'm going to write, a mom is only as happy as her saddest child. And I'm going to staple that on as well. Now, I'm not writing more about this just because it's not my story to tell, but I do want to remember that there are hard times that, not everyone knows about, but we are going through, and life is definitely not perfect. Now, I didn't write on my label right away because I wanted the stamp to dry, because I've been known to stamp then write and smear everything and then have to reprint the photo. Now, on this photo of me, I am taking an Allie Edwards Week in the Life Prep Party Day class. And so I stamped on the top left corner, I love you and I love your story. And I'm talking to myself. One thing that we always forget is that we need to love ourselves so that other people can love us as well. And for the journaling card that says self-care, how I am currently taking care of myself, I wrote, today I'm taking Allie Edwards Week in the Life online class. She's so inspiring. I took copious notes. Love her. And Allie is awesome. I met her during story camp. And if any of you guys have the time and the money to be able to take that class, it is so worth it. I mean, just meeting her in and of itself is so great, but she is so inspiring. And hearing the things that she has to say live, it hits you in a different way than it does hearing some of the things that she has to say online. So I highly recommend you take that class, if go and take that class if you can. Now that last photo was of my family playing ping pong, and I just adhered the word celebrate on a wood veneer, and I put that onto the top of that. My dad used to be a junior Olympics ping pong player, so he loves playing ping pong with my kids. Now the next I'm doing is the insert from Mother's Day, and I'm just putting the photos in right now. I did do 4 3x4 photos together, and the kids brought me roses, Starbucks soy latte, letters, roses, flowers. They brought all that to my room in the morning. And on the top journaling card that says love, love, I am putting the words Mother's Day using Felicity Jane alphas. And if these alphas are still in stock, I will go ahead and link them down below. So after I do that, I wrote on the journaling card for Mother's Day, the kids brought up a rose each for a dozen total. Their handwritten notes and letters, because I always tell them my most favorite gift from them is a letter or a note. And soy latte from Starbucks and breakfast in bed. Then Roy and my dad came over to barbecue, swim, and hang out. The perfect day. Now, after I go ahead and journal that is when I realized I didn't look at my chipboard embellishments at all. I had laid out the felt words and the wood veneer, but I forgot about the chipboard letters and the word stickers. So I'm going to go through here and go through the chipboards and decide which ones I can place onto my photos. And by the way, I'm using the Becky Higgins Design C for this insert, and it's the 6 4x6s, and I just cut the right side of the page so that I have 3 up of the 4x6s, just in case you were wondering. I do have a binder with just different kinds of page protectors that I use, but I realize I only use like 3 different kinds of page protectors, but that's for another time. So as I go through the chipboard, I decide, and the embellishments, I decide to use the felt that says love, and I'm going to put that on the picture of the kids and myself on Mother's Day, and I got glue on there. Ugh, but I'm not going to print it out. I just try to wipe it off, and I'm going to put that back into the sleeve. And here's where I go through the chipboards. Excuse me. I take the one that says time with you, and I put that down on the picture of my entire family. My brother is taking the photo, but he's represented by his dogs that are in the photo. I need to take a tripod outside with me so that we can get the entire family in. The one with the kids and I put the word celebrate, half circle. I love these half circles because I like things coming off the page. So that works really well for me that it's already done that way. Now on the bottom picture of my 2 younger ones, I use the flag banner that says special time of year, and I put that to the right hand side of the photo. And on the one of my older kids, they're all in their jammies, I put the hexagon that says, I simply cannot imagine my life without you. Now, my daughter, she's the only one that wore heart pajamas for Valentine's Day, for Mother's Day, as a way to show me that she loves me. Oh, it's so fun having a girl compared to boys. So then I have my layout here for you, and this is where I decide to put more chipboards and word stickers in. The one of my oldest son, I put Gotta Love This chipboard right above the date stamp. And let's see, I think that's the only chipboard I use. Then I put 2 word stickers down. One that says documenting it all on my AM routine. And then on the one of me taking the class, I wrote thankful for this. And that's all I did. Yep, because I had already done the other embellishments. So the word stickers, there wasn't much room to put anything else. So that's my week 19. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy this type of video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe. If you know of anyone who would enjoy this type of video, please share this with them. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you later. Thanks so much.